Red Suit Interviews, and we are joined by the mythical, the godlike, the beyond human, um, sentient, unsure.
Debatable.
The people from Mountain Time, the amazing godlike YouTubers at Mountain Time, truly specimens
That's us.
of true creativity. It is an honor to have you all on tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's an honor
great
for
to
you
be
to have
here.
us too. Yeah.
You fill my breasts with confidence, sir.
Wait, what are you using? Is it natural? Is it?
Yeah, no, those are trade secrets. Let's see. Don't
I think
put it.
that's... Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh God! What are your balloons made out of? Adamantium?
Possibly. I wanted to. Okay. Well, are you gonna do the other one or not? Are you just gonna single move it?
Sir,
That was the one with confetti in it too. You guys making a mess.
It was a surprise party. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
so we already know that Ryan is in for a real fucking hard time today.
This is gonna be great. Look,
Definitely do.
everyone here, if you're expecting some cordial, straightforward questions and answers, some sophisticated responses, well, this isn't the night for you. Go watch something else from my channel for that. But because tonight we're going in, okay? We're going in. And first of all, for the people, for the people who don't know you, who are you and what do you do?
I ask myself that question every single day. Well, we are Mountain Time, good sir, started by the good Nicholas James.
Not, yeah, but I'll accept it. I'm Nick Peterson. I sort of started the whole thing. It was kind of my brainchild, not to, whatever. Not to flex, but also like,
He's been emotionally manipulating me since freshman year
of high school just for this channel.
And then I'm Jeff. I've just been friends with them since high school as well. And I participated in one episode of Logan Hub, one of my most favorite videos. But now I'm kind of along for the ride. I'm here for like the responsible medium between the two.
We need someone to keep us on track.
And I'm Logan Hub. And I'm Logan.
Fuck.
Already know me. Nick came to me with this idea, and I said, "You really don't need my permission to start it. You're going to be doing most of the work." But essentially, ever since our editor Luke sort of stopped, I had no absolute way of being able to create the exact same quality content that I used to be able to, because while I can edit, I can't edit. Like Luke, let's count the reasons. Debilitating mental illness. That's it.
That's
just,
the one.
just really bad ADD. I need my Adderall, but I need more to be able to edit. But Nick is a normal human being, and he can. So I just sort of migrated to his channel, and quite frankly, I'm enjoying my time there a lot more. And by golly, there's a lot of confetti in
There's a lot less scripts on Mountain Time than Logan Hub. But my arms hurt a lot less because I don't have to hold the boom anymore.
We can really do whatever the hell we want to as well. It mostly boils down to vlogs. It boils down to one time we did the Let's Play.
Yeah, we did Let's Play. We're gonna be doing more vlogs. We're doing podcasts a lot less frequently than we were, but we're still doing them.
It's if anything, but by all means, if it catches on traction, you know what they say. You could lead a horse to water. You could put the horse in water. You could get in the water with the horse. You could play in the water with the horse, and you could have a good time with the horse. You know what I'm saying?
I think I remember that saying. That's a very famous saying that I've heard. I feel like that is very relevant to your channel and how your channel is set up. So, what are you like looking to do ultimately future? Like, what some big future goals do you guys have with your channel?
Magnets.
Collectively, I guess it's whatever Nick wants to lead it in.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Put that pressure on me.
But I guess
wow.
Like, individually, I've always been a big fan of YouTube, and going to school while they're working on Logan Hub and devoting all that time to it, never really was a chance for me to like see what it's like to be a content creator for this platform. And so when Nick presented the idea, we just, again, like Logan said, we kind of just do a whole bunch of everything. And so it really helps people like me who want to get into it and just learn basically how it all works. I think we all do it for more fun.
Yeah, definitely at the moment it's more for fun.
Because I feel like the best way that we're getting the...
You make the best content when you're having a good time doing it.
Exactly, yeah. And
that's
it's better to just put it out there.
Our philosophy.
You make the worst content when you work for Logan Hub.
Just look at the happening
No,
show.
like, I definitely have enjoyed film my entire life. I'm always looking for new opportunities. Hell, my girlfriend's going to be in a rap video. Never told you guys. Yeah, that's news for them as well.
Hey,
But
what's this rap video? Who's this for?
I shouldn't drop any names, but Kasha. No, nobody cares about her. It's you know the Lucas Brothers, right?
Yeah.
There's a famous American comedy group known as the Lucas Brothers that were on 22 Jump Street, and they're just a couple of
They're like,
Oh
we do the
yeah,
same-
I know. Yeah,
stoners from 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
the twins. Yeah.
They've got someone who's ripping off their name, and they're also called the Lucas Brothers. And at first I thought my girlfriend was going to get human trafficked.
Sure.
And so I informed you, babe, you're about to be human trafficked, and I hope you've seen the movie Taken, because I've only seen that once, so you're gonna die. I'm sorry, babe. There's nothing I can do. I'm wearing look what I'm wearing. There's no other way around it. But she looked them up. They're legitimate, and now I have reason to believe they're not human traffickers. They're just way too poor to actually hire real models. So they're just going around the street just being like, hey, you want to be in a music video? Hey, we'll pay, we'll give you money. Oh, shit. God damn it. What about you? Yeah, you want to be in a music video? Okay. Shit, we got one.
All right.
So I think that's what happened to her, and she's, acting is fun. Entertainment is fun. I love it.
Yeah, me and Logan, that's how we and Logan first met in the first place in high school. We were both actors, and we both got in the same show freshman year, the only two freshmen in the show. And so ever since that, I've always wanted to do acting, and I'm definitely learning a lot more about the medium than just that side of things. But at very least, it's a way to get our name out there and sort of practice it outside of actual projects and whatnot. And also, it keeps me from being sad when I work as a server.
Just kidding. He's always sad.
Wait. So you're telling me that what Logan's doing right now, that's just a perfectly orchestrated, scripted acting performance that's going on right now in the background. I'm blown away by this. This is true art.
This has all been clever ruse.
Sir, you come to me while I wear my ballerina bra, my Aeropastel pink top, my polka dot socks, and also my tights. And you assume that I didn't wake up this morning at my construction job, go into my job with construction and just wear that? Sir, your assumption is correct. I did not wear this today.
Okay.
That's where I was going with this, actually.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is.
It's all for the
There's too many things that we start that we just never all make it all the way through. We just lose it somewhere in the middle.
God damn it, Jeff. Ask Jeff the questions. He'll be able to
Well,
respond.
I'm curious. All right, let's say you guys had unlimited budget, unlimited resources, whatever you want. What would be the video you'd make?
Okay.
Avengers Endgame.
Honestly, I could see us making a feature-length film, of just some crazy, stupid bullshit. It would not be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Smosh had that up.
Yeah.
And then they made the Smosh movie, and no offense, they will never hear this.
They will never.
Never, ever.
There's gonna be a video of them reacting to that because you said that shit.
I was gonna say not because of our dear handsome man Ryan, but they're going to look at all of his other videos.
Oh hell yeah! Look, they're big. They're the big bloody supporters of the show. Every time they're always messaging me, going, "Oh, we love that last highlight, Ryan. It's so good." Yeah.
They're posting you up to ship you out all the way to Los Angeles just to film one of those try not to laugh challenges on their extra channel.
Yeah.
I'd be honest. I could definitely see us doing more of
Like it's
Vlog
like
stuff.
vlog stuff, like actually like traveling, like with
Exactly.
a budget, like going overseas. I've
'Cause
thought about that.
Because at least for me, I really feel like our like humor and dynamic comes from just us like hanging out.
Interacting.
You know, it's very common, I feel, but it's one of those things where you've ever sat there and you're like, man, if we record ourselves just shooting the shit, we would be so funny, we would be so crazy, everybody would love it. And then it's finally happening. But yeah, I could definitely see it growing from the adventures of us and our community, not starting from
like us
Starting from the
skateboarding around
studio.
and doing stupid shit
and then doing stupid shit in a much grander
in a
way.
much grander scale.
Yeah.
And plus, all of us have our influences when it comes to YouTube.
Yeah.
Nick
I'm a
prefers.
big Cody Co guy. I
He's a
like
Cody
Noah
Co.
Miller.
He likes Super Mega.
Super Mega.
When Logan Hub was first pitched to me, I imagined a sort of JonTron style. And Jeff here, you know, he watches that MythBusters all the time.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm more drawn to like the 9-year-old army, like PewDiePie and Markiplier, Game Grumps for a little while too, and then yeah, just kind of, again, we all really love like content creating and YouTube in particular. So the fact that we have all these different interests just come together, it makes for
It's really interesting.
I'd
when
say
we're planning
the
videos.
above internet person. Like it's not just one being; it's a hive mind now.
It's always like literally whenever we're planning a video, someone will be like, oh hey, like what if we did something like this? And Logan will come in and be like, well, what if we I have this idea where we just watch people just that get mostly naked on YouTube and we react to it, and we're like, that is also an option.
And plus, on top of that, on top of the hive mind thing, is that if you combined all of our IQs, mostly Jeff and Nick's, we form a really smart person.
Of course. Of course.
That's pretty much
Very
the end of my
intellectual.
statement. On to your next question, good sir.
Well, I'm just like even more like let's shrink it down. Like YouTube. What would you put, like, unlimited resources? What would you put to YouTube?
All right, so
we do some. I think we would do actual sketch work. First of all, I think we'd have an actual person that's good at cinematography and have like a full, obviously, camera and do like really in-depth sketches. We've talked about doing it for a really long time, and if we had a budget where we could have time and resources to make something really nice in that regard, I think we would do that.
And on top of that, I'm actually going to use this time to say I would make the dumbest shit on the planet. I would ruin this planet with how well articulated my dumb shit is going to be. Tim and Eric would cower underneath their beds from how abstract and abnormal my shit would come out as. I would be doing stuff like, hey, you got a problem with your milk? Does it smell bad? You need a problem with your milk? Get yourself a fan. Fan your milk. And it's going to be borderline Avengers budget. I'm going to add in every special effects in the book. Hire literal actors. I'm talking AAA Hollywood, and hell, we'll reach around the globe. Toronto, London, Melbourne. We're going to go to Bollywood itself, Tokyo. We're going to get every single possible expensive actor, and I am going to throw a bottle at each one of their heads in the background. I am talking absolute asinine waste of money that people are going to say I could have spent on something much
100%.
better.
Yeah.
But little did they know, there is nothing better than what I just did right there. And they will soon learn.
What if we just
So Jeff, take a real...
Give me a second to speak.
What if we just fill up a lake with $100 bills and like pour in a bunch of water, freeze it, and then just go ice skating, and then that's the video.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
honestly,
some Mr. Burns shit right there.
it's just bringing in a lot more comedy. You know, it's funnier than a good laugh, and you know, maybe if it's been done before or whatever. But as long as we find a way to make something, I don't even know, entertaining. So like with Logan, it can be awful, but as long as it makes you like, I think that's what the deal is. I think that's what drives, and that's what we would put more onto YouTube. You know, some more lightheartedness.
Or I don't think we would ever get serious as a channel.
It'd never be like, no, not that, just more like the content itself. Like it would be all, I don't know how to say it. Not
Illuminati.
like we would never like get into like politics or more of like personalities. Like the channel is us, right?
Despite Logan's
despite Logan's
various attempts to bring politics into video.
Yeah.
Listen, tell you about politics is that I'm really starting to see what these anime weebs are saying about like this sort of like thigh thing that goes after the sock and stuff. Like I am thick. I am dummy thick. Enough about politics. Andrew Yang 2020. I think a wide variety sort of towards a nature of what we like to talk about, what we would find hilarious. And the fun part of Mountain Time is we don't have the restrictions of certain categories like stop and weird side of the internet. It just whatever the fuck we feel like. And
another thing, Luke when we worked on Logan Hub was always very determined about schedules and have this done and I mean that's really good in terms of like business sense and everything. But at the end, like it just got to the point where Luke was just like, he was like, no, I don't think we'd film this video because we won't make a lot of money off of we weren't making any money in the first place. But he was like, this won't get as many views. And Luke was just very.
I think it was the focus.
Yeah, he was very.
The focus of what the channel was going to be rather than maybe what it is.
Given if we had someone that was like that was trying to like grow the channel as actively as that, it might work out. But on the other hand,
this is fun.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Like, this is fun.
Yeah. Luke never had any fun for Logan Hub because he wanted to make money off of it. You greedy bastard, Luke! No, I love Luke.
He's a beautiful man.
To a degree. Thank you for doing this to my heart. But at the exact same time, none of us have that expectation. Only our expectation is to make a few people smile. Anyways, our answer has gone on very long.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but honestly, it's just something that brings us together.
Even just like over the time that we've had the channel, it's our videos, I would say, evolve just in what we're doing every single time.
Yeah,
and let's go ahead and make the answer longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So.
Perfect. Well, I have a very important question. I need to know this because I thought this is going to be one of the most important questions of the night. Let's say you're stranded on an island. Okay. You meet a mermaid. Would you rather have that mermaid be fish top half, woman bottom half, or woman top half, fish bottom half?
The latter.
Can I have it all be fish?
Now there's a fork.
It's a very fish that can breathe on land, or can it not breathe on land because it only swims? It's just a very large fish.
We call them lizards. No, most certainly, women on the top half because I feel like, well, yeah, of course, the sex would be great after I stick her in a bush accidentally, and she was consenting to be into the bush. I want the internet to know that I am a man in a tutu. You can trust me. But at the exact same time, you're stuck in a fucking island for God knows how long. You're going to need both a strong swimmer and someone who will provide you some comfort instead of.
But
farts.
You could possibly populate this island with the reproductive organs of the human bottom half, and therefore create a new society.
Are you saying you're willing to start
fish? They're just useless fins.
You're just gonna make like some shit.
No. Is it possible, Ryan, if I may ask you,
yes, go ahead.
If I may meet a halfway and do some sort of like fish furry situation to where the half is blended a bit like a Legend of Zelda character of some variety? What are they called? The Zora?
The Zora.
So it looks more anthropomorphic than just a flat out fish.
Yes, but the reproductive organs, obviously, the important part of the question.
Obviously.
Of a fish and the gross fish habits of a fish, like, honey, I'm just gonna go to the store. I'm gonna swim upstream just for a quick route. Swims upstream, dies.
Just starts
like
flopping.
a shroud or something.
No, I would definitely say person on top because of the same reason the logo was saying. But I also think it'd just be weird to have that big of like a fish head that again can't
Yeah,
breathe.
I've thought about that
Online, just be
too.
like,
Obviously, she'd breathe through her butthole like the rest of us. You guys don't do that?
I'm fine with
Y'all
that.
Me?
Ironically, Ryan, I heard a would you rather that was borderline insanity. If you would like to hear it.
Oh, I would love to.
All right. Someone once asked me if I would rather be forced to ejaculate every single time I hear the song Smash Mouth, or not be able to distinguish a muffin from a baby for the rest of my life.
now imagine getting like those 10 times a day.
Yeah, I'm just slinging them to these guys all the time. But that might be my hardest
It
one.
fries the brain, really.
I mean, you never know.
With such thought.
Sometimes you might be like, well, I have nothing else on my schedule. I might as well play this 10-hour loop. Don't. But on other chances, you might actually want to choose the other option just to save face in case someone is like blaring some SNL sketch or playing some meme for you, and then you're like, I gotta leave.
Well, like, is it
then
like
the
a
mo-
powerful? That's the question. Is it like very powerful, or can you sort of just like do a little bit of a twitch and then you just clean up afterwards? Like, or am I like paralyzed with the power of the ejaculation, or am I?
It's
He's
a
asking
normal
real
one.
questions.
Yeah. Now he's making you think.
Real Anderson Cooper. No, it's a regular ejaculation, but it lasts the entire duration of the song with the same intensity.
Oh, fucking hell! Like
That's
the
gonna be
duration that I
brutal.
hear the song for, or like,
You're gonna be over that in
or
5
does it
seconds.
like it's like even if I like turn off the music, the orgasm's gonna last the entire duration of the song without even me hearing it.
Like sprint across the room and just like tap the pause button and be like, guys, warn me, and then go outside. But you can pause it and then everything stops. But if you let it keep going, like if you're playing some YouTube mix and suddenly it comes on, there's nothing stopping it.
Yeah. Look. Initially, I
Like,
was thinking about the muffin as the answer, but then I thought of, it's not necessarily my worry is eating the muffin, because I just stop eating muffins. It would be the fact of that if I have a child later on in life, I would probably misplace the child and carry around a muffin for the rest of my life. So, I feel like the ejaculation one's the correct answer.
You can't win.
Is there a correct answer here?
That's the best part. The fucking. I would really like to see a dimension case person that's carrying around a muffin and wondering where the fuck their child went in some other bakery who also took this quiz and answered baby and muffin is like, who wants a muffin? Child is shitting and crying.
Well, what age does it stop becoming indistinguishable?
Toddler. So once it can walk and say its first words, then you could be like, oh, fuck! I left you in the cupboard! That's where you can
Well, I
shut it
feel
off.
like if you've left it in the cupboard while it's saying it wouldn't be saying too many first words. It'd probably starve to death by then.
It could be,
Yeah,
it could be
yeah.
right here.
It might internalize a lot, though.
Its first words would be hell. Oh, as fucked up as that is.
Fuck.
I'm going to save it. I'm going to save my would you rather's just for the sake that I remember distinctively that last time I totally hijacked your interview and ruined it. So
Well, I don't care where this goes. You can keep going. I want another one.
Disclaimer.
oh boy, okay. Would you rather shit a bowling ball or piss a golf ball?
Shit a bowling ball.
That would literally
question.
break my pelvis.
No question.
No.
Shitting a bowling
Let's
ball.
assume that you got one feeling. Like yes, it is
I'm
going to hurt,
100% shitting a
but
bowling
you
ball.
will live. No,
Golf
I
ball.
can't. I can't be in that position with such discomfort and be sitting down like some squatting baboon. I need to be standing like a proper civilized saluting gentleman.
Do you think you could stand with your peeing out a golf ball? Do you think you're Superman?
It's not like I haven't done it before.
Wow. I would think I would have to go for the bowling ball too.
Golf ball.
Okay.
People have kidney stones.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a good point. People have kidney stones.
People do have kidney stones.
Yeah, but do you know how big kidney stones are and how
Do you know how
bad
big
they
a
hurt?
fucking bowling ball is coming out of your ass? Like, that's gonna break everything in your body as it comes out. Like, your dick may tear, but like, the bowling ball will crush everything inside of you coming. Like, where does this bowling ball start in your digestive system? Does it start in your stomach and slowly make its way through the intestine?
The longer you hold it, the heavier it is. Like,
honestly, the weight might help plot right out.
All right, let's go with
Okay, so hit me with a 12 pounds.
All right, let's assume it's a bowling ball that roughly weighs about 5.5 kilograms.
Okay, where does it start in the digestive tract? Does it start? Because
Your
that's very
throat.
important. Because if it just sort of starts in your butt,
I'll survive because I'm Wolverine, basically.
Yeah, no, okay, in all actuality, let's assume it doesn't have to go through the whole roller coaster that is your digestive tract. Let's just say it's lined up your... Excuse me, gentlemen. And then suddenly, as you squat down, you're getting ready to do your twos. And then suddenly, boom, bowling ball! And then you just have to deal with the situation.
Oh wait, so are you saying it has to like shoot out?
It has to start at the small intestine, go around, and then sort of alley-oop itself out of your phone. Do not demonetize our good friend Ryan, YouTube.
I don't have the subscribers to be monetized yet. So we're good. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
There you go.
It's okay. Once we had enough, I personally screwed it up for Logan Hub.
Okay, I have a counter argument though. So you ever seen the old dark shit? What is it? One guy, one sandbox.
Yes. Yes.
It's like another version of the two girls, one cup thing.
However,
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is. Hold up, let's play it on stream now.
No. It's like one of those things that you don't watch because it's just that disturbing. But there was a thing when we were all kids where it was like, oh, it's two girls, one cup, and it's not what you think it is. And then they were different versions of it. And this one guy, one sandbox, is a version where there's this dude who looks like is getting a banana shoved through their dick for pleasure.
Of course.
Like in and out.
Casual Friday night.
Disgusting. Exactly, right?
Yeah. What else are you gonna do?
So they say this guy's number?
But
I'll show you to a cemetery.
so remembering that video, because it's the first thing I thought of when this question was asked, if you can imagine a banana that's never ever coming out, like it's like just moving back and forth, and someone's doing that for pleasure, imagine how much tolerance you could have if all you had to do was shoot out one golf ball.
Okay, you've got a point.
Because
sir.
that
And
way,
also I agree with that statement too.
Because that way, like, I feel like just having your asshole stretched so far.
Do you think that golf or that bowling ball won't hit my asshole G spot? You think that's not gonna tickle my prostate, bro?
Hey, if you have one, you can't say that I relate though.
Do you not have a prostate, Jeff?
Nope. It's gone.
This stream is sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Now, I've heard a lot about asshole prostates, and I'm done. So
yeah, I'm gonna say the golf ball.
I'm still bowling ball, quite frankly.
What'd you say?
such a tiny man with such a big bowling hall butthole.
What'd you say?
I say golf ball. And
Golf
Ryan
ball.
say golf ball.
Yeah, it just seems like the right answer. It's gonna do way more damage coming out, and I think the ratio Wait, big question actually. Can I train myself in preparation?
Yes, you most certainly can. You have approximately a month to do this, but there's an evil wizard that's waiting for that exact month.
Well,
looking at his
go.
watch.
Come on.
Just practice the one guy, one sandbox thing for a month, and you're golden.
Yeah, boom, bada bing, bada bam.
I don't want to do any
You
of
have
these
some
suggestions.
experimenting to do.
Oh, I just gotta start eating a lot more.
Now,
3 margaritas.
here's another one that I had.
Okay.
Would you rather? Of course, he's Mr. Worldwide, Mr. World Tour, Mr. Man, Mr. Pitbull himself. You're aware of the artist, I
Of
assume.
course. He's my inspiration. Yeah.
Would you rather every song on this planet for the rest of time be exclusively performed by Pitbull, or every band still exists except for Pitbull, obviously, but they're only covering one Pitbull song for the rest of eternity?
Ooh. I would say I would rather.
Pitbull song.
Ooh.
It's Fireball.
I would say I would rather have him recite every song, because at least that way it's still different.
Hey there, Delilah, Miami.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
You still get to have all the songs out there. So even the one, can you imagine like foreign songs, like in a different language with Pitbull?
Yet I don't know these words.
Gosh.
Yeah, I like to think he's still just gonna do his stupid ass shit where he just
You
throws random cities.
motherfucker.
What'd you say?
I still like to think he's just gonna throw in random cities no matter what song he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like going. He's gonna be like, "Hey Jude, Tokyo, what's good? Don't make it bad. Miami, what's poppin', players?"
There's the kick of those that he performs it. He doesn't like try to replicate or anything. He just makes another Pitbull song, but
Still.
with those lyrics and that general chord
See,
structure.
that's sort of what
Still,
I'm thinking.
because it's still the way more
It's
variety
variety.
of lyrics than there are Pitbull songs.
Although with the covers could give you more variety of music.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Oh,
Because in that one, from what I understand from Reddit.
Because if we break this down into economic terms,
All right.
See,
Well,
that-
let's
as a
roll on
human-
your degree.
humans. I don't have a degree in economics.
No, but you tried.
I tried. But humans love variety, so obviously you're gonna want more of different things. And so the question really boils down to: are you gonna get more variety from Pitbull covering all these songs, or all these different bands doing different versions of one Pitbull
Well,
songs?
I think there's an old Australian show, and they would do, and one of their bits was that they would, at the end of every show, they would play a cover of Stairway to Heaven, and it was like a drastically different song every time. Like it would go from like heavy metal to like German like folk music to like a slow R&B ballad. It just changed like all the time, and it sounded like a completely different song every time. Just the question is like, how far can you stretch the song? Like, can you cut out verses, or do you have to do the exact same?
From what I understand from the question that I initially stole it from is that is exactly how it was put, is that the lyrics have to be same in the same similar medley, or at least the same medley, but they don't have to no.
We can't meddle with the medley.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Legend of Zelda, fuckers. I'm talking about the bird girl. No, it has to go with the same sort of tune of the song in whatever chord that it's in, but it doesn't necessarily have to be as long or as short as the exact tempo of the original song. And the instrumentals could go on for, it could be Rush's YYZ for all I care. So it could just be like, Fireball, and then suddenly a 20-minute symphony by Mozart.
Oh, well then yeah, that changes things.
Well,
Okay.
can it question? Can artists feature on Pitbull songs?
Ooh.
Oh.
If he sings a song, can he have an artist feature on it?
It can only be artists that you could realistically see being with Pitbull.
Ooh.
But if Paul McCartney could be with Kanye, by God, we can get Ringo. We can get hashtag Ringo.
Hashtag Ringo with Pitbull.
Sorry, it's an inside joke when it comes to Mountain Time. We try to start a hashtag golf claps for Kojima.
Hashtag golf claps for Kojima.
The most respectful compliment we could give him without being too obnoxious. You'll never guess. Never
It
spread, but we will never stop trying.
It will be forever.
Well, is it just me, but does it feel like Ringo has gotten cooler over the years?
See, the thing is, the rest of the Beatles died, and
Well, that's
he
what
took the cool essence,
I've had
and
this.
he took it to himself.
Yeah, well, I've had this argument with my girlfriend because she's a massive Beatles fan, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Ringo's so cool." But my theory is that two of the cool ones have died. But as well, he doesn't really do like anything public-y. He just sort of stands there, and with his glasses on. But I saw him get up and perform with a little help with my friends and Paul McCartney in one concert, and he looked as soon as he started singing, I was like, "Oh, he's a bit of a dork."
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely the stinky Beatle, that's for sure. That's not true, but by all means. I've actually, even when I was in my own Beatlemania sometime around 10 years ago, I fucking adored Ringo just because, like, all of the movies featuring the Beatles, sorry, gotta readjust, there we go. All of the movies featuring the Beatles, like Yellow Submarine, Help,
Hard Day's Night.
yeah, Hard Day's Night, there we go, sorry, tip of my tongue. The main character is always Ringo, and that's because Ringo's got all this like pent-up personality that no one dares touch. While everyone's all, well, George, Paul, and Lambogano, they were all overexposed to other people. Ringo's been holding all that personality. He's been holding it back in. He's been like the sad one. I am the Ringo of Mountain Time, is what I'm trying to say.
But you're not like sheltered. Like we know that you can't claim that you're Ringo when you're not pushed in the back.
You are technically the most famous.
Guys, stop! You're making me fucking. He's getting I mean, like, when I was a kid, I used to be like, I had to push my way out because I was already obnoxious. But if I was funny and obnoxious, people would get over the fact that I was obnoxious by the fact that I'm funny. And Ringo's a pretty fucking funny guy. But as of now, as he's retired, he's been recording songs like Liverpool 8 and whatever the hell he's doing with his family, and just doing whatever the hell he wants, taking photos with Justin Bieber and the Queen. And no one can really stop him because even though he is Ringo Starr, which is essentially, I don't know, probably as about good tier as the best player on the Bee Gees or ABBA, he is still Ringo Starr, a member of the Beatles. He can really do whatever he wants. All these people talking about Area 51, he could probably stroll right in. They'll be like, "Don't shoot, he's
everyone. It's Ringo. Everyone.
Hell, he was supposed to be here this whole time."
He follows in the back if you want.
Yeah. Oh, you know that song, Paul is Dead? We got his corpse. We got his corpse. You should see the fake. Oh, wait, no, you already played music with him. No, kidding. I don't believe that Paul is Dead bullshit. But yeah, I think Ringo has definitely gotten cooler. I think he's realized his potential as no one can fucking stop him.
Well, do you think he'll be the longest living one?
Yes, 100%. He looks like
has to be.
He looks like he's 40 and he is
a vampire. He's obviously been stealing the life of many youth for a very long time.
And Paul McCartney looks like he had acid thrown on him.
Almost as though a vampire was there with acid.
Boy.
There was a rise in acid attacks in London, so it makes sense for him to look like that.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Don't worry, here in America, we just have regular attacks. Oh, brought down the stream pretty bad right there.
Wait, let me see if I do it right. Hashtag shootings.
Shit! Oh, fuck! On camera for...
Jeez, oh man,
it's getting a little warm.
Oh god, we just appeared on the watch list. Might want to watch out for that Interpol, my friend.
Australia.
No one wants to go. Everyone's like that. The animals will kill us first.
Meanwhile, in Interpol headquarters, this man said hashtag shootings. It's just that it's kind of a long night, and I just had 75 schnitzels today. How about we call it a day and go to France instead and pretend like he's there?
Oh, that way.
This has no political commentary. I'm just trying to make a fun bit.
It's all for the bit.
All for the bit.
Disclaimer.
Hashtag all for the bit.
Hashtag all for hashtag shootings. So, as we rear our 15-minute mark, sir, are there pressing questions?
Oh yeah, we're at the 15. Oh, we got 15 minutes. Well, did I ask you my Hitler hypothetical? I feel like I did.
I'm so excited. Wait, you did, but remind me.
Okay,
Because
well, this is more
Definitely
for Nick and Jeff, because this is the famous red suit Hitler hypothetical. Okay.
I'm gonna drink.
Don't drink alcohol.
Oh,
All right.
fuck. Now that he's gone, let's continue with the interview. All right, so what do you do creative influence?
Shit, like I would hear you.
Onwards and
All
upwards.
right.
I don't know if I should ask, what are your like major creative influences while Logan's gone?
Okay. You go first.
Yeah. Geez, it's kind of like everywhere. I'm really more of like the video game side of things, really, and a really big pull for me were these guys called Game Grumps, just two dudes. One of them used to be a animator for Newgrounds, and he had this amazing story of suddenly building this sort of empire for like content creation, and they did things like video games, then they evolved into like skits, and then they evolved into other types of shows, and then they had recently moved into more of a kind of like a vlog situation where they're just doing stuff, and from there, you have people like PewDiePie too, started off as video games that I love, and then they go into a more lifestyle kind of thing, and just to see like how long like these content creators have like gone on just for the content really too. Like, yes, they're all making money now, but I don't know, I'm kind of blabbering.
Yeah, one of mine is Barats and Beretta. That was like the first channel back when I was in middle school, and Joe Beretta is still doing stuff today, and he's like one of my huge internet heroes.
Oh, that looks wrong. No, that looks wrong on camera. Switch away. Switch away.
Oh god.
I forgot to cover my shame.
Oh god. But that's well framed.
Thank you. So we're obviously we're talking about YouTube influences. JonTron is my biggest one. Second place to Robert Benfer, who is not getting enough traffic as he deserves. He is a genius at his craft. He performs abstract to a degree that is
actually, I've got to intro. I don't know if you have the credibility to call someone a genius right now when you're with what you're wearing.
Sir, stupid is as stupid does. So
he just has a much lower standard for genius than the average person.
Yeah.
Sir, can you open up a peanut butter jar?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't go to college for that. I didn't go to college for that, okay? Sorry, I don't have my thermonuclear rocket surgery degree. And okay, those peanut butter jars are really hard. Okay, just lay off on that one.
But to get back to your question,
just nonchalant.
Just the smooth transition. Just to get back to your question, just like a lot of like those skit ones. You said Bretts and Beretta. Yeah. He introduced me to Cody Code too. Like, I think just the sheer discovery of different kinds.
That and Super Mega. Super Mega gave me a lot of inspiration for starting this channel because it's just two dudes that are doing everything, and especially when they started doing vlogs, I was like, okay, there's like a chance we could actually pull this off with just like 2 or 3 people.
They kind of show that you can just put whatever on there, and the right.
If you build a brand right, you can do it.
Yeah, and the right audience that will relate, will attract, and not to take like the lazy way out at all. It's just again, kind of having that freedom with just the 3 of us, and this little thing that we call friendship.
I was doing this back in I tried to start a vlog channel back in high school, or as you would say in Australia, wizardry school.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah, yes, of course, yeah. And
I'm really glad we checked Wikipedia for this.
Oh, thank God. But, I started a vlog channel on my phone, and roughly each video got about 50 views, and that was like enough for me. I shut off. I tried Gary's mod videos. I tried skits. I tried everything. Little did I know that I found the secret. You actually have to be funny and like people actually want to have to watch you. And,
Entertaining.
yeah, I was none of those at the time. So by the time,
And I think,
you know the story.
I think the
Rogan
more
Hub
that we do it,
Mountain
the editing I think is huge,
Yeah.
and I think we're getting better at that as we go. I think that's going to be what eventually.
AKA Nick is getting better at it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been meaning to
Just
start.
learning.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of it too, so that way there's like both of us.
I refuse to.
And it's really frustrating. I'm not ready for that conversation.
That's me. Jesus Christ, is that what my...
Yeah, that's what you look like.
That's what
right
you
now.
look like.
Alright, that's better.
I'm happy you brought your area game today. This is perfect. So let's hopefully we can get 2 things in within the last 10 minutes. Okay. Let's get
Focus!
2 things in. 1, let's quickly do the Hitler hypothetical because I don't want to leave on that one in case people don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hitler hypothetical. Okay. Let's say you die, alright? You go up to heaven, okay? God's there waiting at the pearly gates. He goes, you know what, guys? I like you guys, but you know what? World's got it kind of wrong. See, the thing is that the Nazis were right from the beginning. The only race that should have existed is the white race. I'm not a Nazi, by the way. Just clarifying.
I'm here for it. I get you.
We got it.
I've had my camera boy here go in the past. Go, probably clarify that just when you ask people.
Yeah,
Just in case.
yeah, just for.
Because yeah, I asked that to voiceover Pete, and he was sort of like,
I remember that! I watched that one, and I was like, oh, I can feel that silence, please.
Yeah.
Someone message him and say he's not a Nazi.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Yeah, carry on.
you die, and he's like, well, Nazis had a right. The only race that should have existed is the white area, and everyone else just like was a mistake. They shouldn't exist. As soon as they die, they're just gonna go to hell. Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys are pretty cool. I like you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you back to Earth. But the thing is, you gotta tell them that the truth. And as soon as you let one person know or release the knowledge out into the world, everyone in the world will know it's certain truth. You can't take it back. Everyone knows what the truth is. If you do that, you get to come back to heaven. If you don't, you stay in hell. What do you do?
I remember you asking this, and I had to add the clarifier of, are the rest of the world going to hell as well?
Well,
And I forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, if we don't spread the. We'll see if we don't spread the truth in this
Listen.
scenario. Okay, you've got to remember this is a false world. There's an alternate reality where this is the situation. If God Himself said to me that I did this and I could get into heaven and everyone would understand this truth, and then I knew that they would all get into heaven as well, I would probably.
Well,
tell them.
no, sorry. It's just more the fact of that the curtains reveal. They just know that if they're not like white Aryan, they're just going to hell. But
Oh,
I'd say, you know what?
tell everyone.
I would say ignorance is a peaceful bliss. I mean, I can't imagine what eternal damnation is like, but if the curtains were open and if everybody accepted that as the absolute, it's almost like, well, then why? So not only did you make the afterlife the worst thing in the world, but now everyone who's alive
Yeah,
is all
everyone in
like,
the afterlife.
well, my life sucks.
Everyone in the
It's over.
afterlife is named Chad.
Yeah, yeah. I would rather live the life, the peaceful life that I know, the life I can live without knowing, and then suffer the consequences later.
Yeah, would I be weird? Would everyone think I was weird in heaven?
now God will fix you up.
Ooh.
That's a game changer.
Then again, Hitler is an...
Yeah, no, he wasn't. The Nazis didn't go hard enough. He should have just been scrapped immediately.
We're like, oh yeah, it's Hitler. He's got the biggest voice, but does he have the biggest
Hitler-
Dolph Lundgren
Hitler made
voice?
the.
Yeah. Like, what if he was bullshitting this entire time and he's actually Iraqi or something?
He just sort of sensed it coming that like there was gonna be an impending genocide, so he just tried to get ahead of it by starting it.
The Jews, not the
He was efficient.
not the Syrian or Kazakhstan city, but the Jews. Nine.
You know, in the scenario, I still probably wouldn't want to go to hell.
Oh, well, I guess, duh, because then
Well,
you
yeah.
suffer now and then you have eternal peace. Well, yeah,
If I could say this very quickly within the span of about 15 seconds, I think that there's an interesting psychological route if you let everyone know, and then everyone on this planet instinctively knows if they're going to heaven or hell, because I believe that the other races, the minorities of America, let's be real, we're not the biggest race, would then suddenly learn that, hey, maybe if I'm going to go to hell, maybe I should do everything that I want to do right now. Whereas all the white people are going to be like, oh, whatever. And then, waste their lives. So if anything, if we leave it as it is, it goes as is. But if, fucking we pick the other option, I think that African Americans or Africans, black people, and the other races, Asian, Maori,
5 minutes.
I was going to say, you said 15 seconds, and now you're listing off races.
French, all the non-whites.
The French don't even get to hell, okay? They just go to black.
They go to purgatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I actually would choose the option of telling everyone so that the other races would thrive on Earth. And then us honky crackers get to live it up. And there's your thumbnail.
How'd you do it to him?
4 minutes left. I wanted to say my girlfriend is officially moving to a small town outside of Perth for about a year. So maybe force her to drive to you so you can get drunk with her. PX is my representative.
Ooh, Perth is very far away.
That's what I hear. Like, I know American places are far away, but I just Googled the travel time from Perth to Brisbane.
4 minutes left, Logan. Finish it up.
No, that's the end of my statement. It was just those motions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Perth is further away than New Zealand is, but I could be wrong.
Your statements give me pain. It's like a bridge to Hawaii sort of situation with me.
Mm.
My girl lives in Alaska. I'm just gonna drive to her. All right. I'm done talking.
Ow.
The rest is for these boys.
Okay. Well, what time is it now? It is. Oh, I guess
There
we
you
can.
go. If I'm not mistaken.
3 minutes. Yeah, we got 3 minutes. I guess we can. Actually, you know what? What has been your guys' most proud video you've made so far?
I
On this channel.
Archery in arcades.
was about to say archery in arcades and the Jenga video. I think is a very close, if not equal, second.
Those are actually my two favorite videos. Jenga, arcade, and Arch, man. Mostly because one was on my birthday and the other one was Jengas that were mostly written by me. If you ever need a fun drinking game, what you do is you take a bunch of Jengas, write on the bottom of them a series of suggestions, and when you pull them out, you do them.
It's really fun just to play as a game. We do it all the time.
But hire a jackass so that he can write the dumbest things on them. We have stuff like whisper into ass.
Scream into ass, actually.
Yeah, scream into ass. Remove foreskin. Defend Earth from meteor. Take shot of whiskey.
All which played out
that's
very
the
well in that video. I think that's Jenga probably is my second favorite.
And quite frankly, it's just fun by yourself. Well, not by yourself, but like in an individual secluded group yourself. Like just 4 people dicking around and be like, I pulled out this one. Speak now.
Yes, I think
People are so drunk and it's great.
I like how we're all like in agreement too. Like those 2 videos.
Again, I think that like over time our editing's gotten better, and I think that's why they're my favorite personally.
Yeah.
And it's also because we're good friends.
Whoa.
I didn't get to that.
Jeff is a big homophobe. I just gotta
I'll see
say.
you in court.
Do not.
Jeff is not a.
Well, actually, the camera just cut out a little bit there, so we didn't actually hear any defense. So the last thing we heard was just Logan calling you a homophobe, and you just went silent. So, that's where we end here. Okay.
That's a wrap, folks.
Oh, that's perfect! Oh, that hit me right in the giggle dick.
Although, wasn't there a deal that if Logan, you made another joke about Jeff being a pedophile, he gets to punch you in the dick or something?
I never called him a pedophile.
Wait, are you equivalating pedophiles and gay people right now?
No! I used to call Jeff a pedophile all the time.
Yeah. He didn't call me a pedophile. He called.
Like 4
Hell, fuck! I called him a. There we go. American Republican Party right there. Homophobic, pedophiliac.
On that
So-
note,
On
where
that
can
note-
people find you if they want to see more of this content?
Yeah, look up Mountain Time on YouTube and then click Did You Mean Mountain? Because for some reason it's a song and it doesn't show our channel right away.
Yeah, so Mountain Time with literally no spaces, just one word, Mountain
You
Time.
will have to correct it.
You will find us. Ryan, please cut out the last 30 seconds before you started this outro. Please, for the sake of our save face, you know what I'm saying? Our Twitter is Logan Hub.
Logan Hub at NickJP 33 and
I don't know mine, but you can find them. You can find me. We're all
Everything's in the description right now. So if people want to find you, just go down below. It's gonna be right there. Even live, it's down there. So just fucking do it. But anyway.
Hell yeah! I hope you finally achieve your goal of killing Daddy Derek.
Hell yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah.
no. I shouldn't say. I don't want to get another copyright strike.
That's true.
I talked to I tried to talk to Alex Rhodes, but then Messenger got fucking copyright struck too. Right, the song. He started producing noises, and then suddenly each one was just a disclaimer. Bum 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 bum. Oh well.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
it's been a fantastic
It's been
time.
fantastic. And if anyone wants to check out my content, links down in the description down below. Discord, blah, 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 Twitter thing. But anyway,
He's
thank you
beautiful.
very much, gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It has been Redstone Interviews. And this has been Mountain Time having a glorious chat. And next week will be The Right Opinion for episode number 25. The YouTuber then. So check in for that one. Anyway, thank you all very much. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.